Hi, everyone, and welcome to your September animal guide reading. We are going to be pulling in energy and messages and guidance or even predictions today from the animal spirit guides. Okay, so you have three piles to choose from. Pile 1 is the Labradorite heart. Pile 2 is the Obsidian heart, and pile 3 is the Moonstone heart. So whatever pile number or crystal heart calls to you will be the pile meant for you. If more than one calls, by all means, you can watch more than one. Thank you so much, and I will see you in your reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1 or this beautiful Labradorite. I don't know if you can see the different colors coming out in it, but the Labradorite heart here, it's so pretty in person or when you have light shining on it, right? So this is going to be your September energy reading from the animal spirit guides, okay? So whether you know of your animal spirit guide or not, you may find one of the animals in here resonates with you. There will also be individual, I'm going to do it as 4 or 5 individual messages, and they all may resonate, or maybe one will resonate, but just keep an open mind. Don't try to make it fit. Let it resonate naturally with your own situation or energy that may come around you. All right, so let's get started with the first card here. We have dolphin and play. And it says, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. All right, so that's first message out. So what I want to say about that is it could be any one of those things literally for you. But the important thing, regardless of what energy comes in and around you, regardless of what situation comes up, just with the play, I feel take a light, maybe not that it's not maybe going to be a serious situation, I'm going to say, but take a light-hearted or keep a light-hearted energy within you about it is what I want to say. Think of the dolphins. If nothing else in the moment, just think back, did I not see a reading and there was dolphins and it was play? So just, you know what, just keep a lighthearted energy within you, regardless of how heavy or serious it is. For whatever reason, that is the message. It's going to help you move through it, deal with it, experience it, okay? But again, you know, it's just living in joy, letting go of the fear, being confident, diving into your wisdom and going with the flow. All right, so there's message number 1 that may resonate for some of you. I'm going to get the next set of cards out here. We have donkey and keep your heart open no matter what. Well, I like that I just said to be lighthearted, right? Okay, that was a great message coming in. So again, let's see what tarot card goes with it. Death. All right, so the message coming here is there could be, again, whatever energy or situation's going to be coming up in your life. In the month of September, it could be near the beginning, it could be happening now or towards the end. It may carry over into October, right? But the message here is keep your heart open no matter what. And with the death card, I feel that whatever this energy or situation that's coming in and around you is the death card. So it has to do with death of what's no longer serving you, a person, a place, a thing, a situation, a way of being. It could be, yeah, I'm feeling very much it's with a person, or people even. It's going to be the death of not necessarily putting them out of your life, but whatever the situation is at hand. I just had a message like this the other day too, so I feel like it's really carrying over where you will put an end to something so that something new can begin, right? And say, for example, if you were having a situation with a family member and you know what, you know, this could be between you and a sibling, say, right? And you've just been, even as adults, it's just this ongoing situation or energy, and you're like, you know what, I've had enough of this. We need to put that to bed and move on, okay? It could be something, that's what I mean, along those lines. So it's saying, they said keep, or how do now I don't remember sometimes when it comes through and then I can't repeat it exactly. Keep a lighthearted energy about you, and here it is, keep your heart open, no matter what. So you may, you know, get a little bit of resistance, okay? But just keep your heart open and know that whatever it is, you are on the right. Dive into your wisdom. You know that something needs to end so that something new can begin. And if it has to be as serious as letting that someone go, then that's what you'll have to do. Again, you take it how it resonates for your own situation, okay? Next, we have leadership and the elephant. And that's Ganesh, I believe. And Parvati, I think is her name. Parvati, yeah. Leadership. I feel like this is tying in. Like I said, they could be individual or they could tie together, all right, with, oh, the Six of Wands. Okay, I love that. Because right here, Six of Wands is success, okay? So this is good. And this is transformation as well. So I feel like the message here for you is, if you can keep that playful, lighthearted energy within you, keep your heart open, work through it, have the talk, whatever it is, it will be successful for you. And the transformation here, the change will happen. But what I want to say about leadership and with the elephant is a couple of things. One, Ganesh he was a leader. Okay, he helped remove obstacles for people. He helped to bring blessings in for people. He is, in the Hindu religion, he is, I don't know if he's the top god or how it works exactly. I don't know a lot about it. I just know he's very, very important. And with elephant, I just think, right, removing obstacles. Elephants are huge. They can pretty much crash through anything, right? So I feel like this is just a confirmation to this, saying you can make it through. You can remove whatever the obstacle is that needs to die off, okay? That needs to transform. You can do this. And if you're so inclined, maybe read up a little bit more about Ganesh here and just see how it might relate to your situation, okay? I don't know. I just feel that I need to say that to you. So maybe do that. Let's move on to the next set. We have Whale Spirit, Trust the Great Mystery, okay, with the Daughter of Pentacles. So what I want to say here is I kind of am feeling like, trust the great mystery. All right, tying back into what we've been talking about, this situation or energy, I feel it's really going to be a situation that's coming in around you. You may find it difficult when you're going from here to here, okay? From the situation to the success of the situation. There's a middle, all right? I feel like this is the middle. With Trust the Great Mystery, and I mean another large animal, right? Like I just think like whales also, I'm sure in the ocean can get through anything for the most part, you know, defend themselves against most other sea creatures, I would assume. But what I want to say about it is trust the great mystery. Sometimes I think you just have to have faith, even if you don't have the exact answer or the exact reason. So going back to here, I don't know why I'm really thinking brother and sister, or sibling of some sort. It could be brothers or sisters, however it's going to work. I feel like you know something needs to be discussed, right? You know some, I don't know if it's behavior or story, you know, we all have our stories, memory of something that needs to be addressed. And you may really be trying to, I'm going to say, really get an answer for, I want to say, why have you been acting like this? Or why do you think this? Or why do you remember the situation like this? And I feel like you may not get the exact answer that you're looking for. I don't know if that person's going to be capable of giving you the answer, or in some words, maybe even the right answer, okay? I think that's why you just have to have an open heart and be lighthearted, because it's either not going to be the right answer that you're looking for, or you're not really going to get an answer at all. But what you have to do is have faith that this is going to work out in the end, and you may just have to, you know, you can say it like agree to disagree, or just for yourself realize, you know what, I need to move past this. If they can't give me the answer they want, then you know what, so be it. Okay, that's for some of you. The other message is, taking it away from what's going on up here, is whales are extremely intelligent, as are dolphins, as are donkeys, as are elephants, right? We have very intelligent animals here today. So I want to say with the whale spirit, sometimes you just need to trust. You don't need to know all the answers. So this can just be in general for you, pile one. You don't need to know all the answers. All you need to know is, or trust, is that when you plant your seeds for manifestation, when you let God, source, universe know, or the animal spirits, or all of your spirit guides know what your dreams and wishes are, then you just trust. Here with the Daughter of Pentacles, you just trust, because the Daughter of Pentacles is a great manifester. You just trust that the manifestation is going to happen, okay? You may not need to know all the answers along the way. I've even experienced this myself, and in the end, it's successful, okay? But you may experience doubt along the way, all right? So just, I want to say, go with the flow with this. Just go with the flow. All right, so a couple messages coming out there. Next, we have, oh my heavens, you guys, they are really driving this home. Elephant. Again, a fiery energy. I feel that's the fiery energy of elephant that can get, you know, through any obstacle, is just willing to take the lead, right? Take the initiative to just impulsively go through whatever they need to go through, break down whatever barrier. But again, we come back to elephant with leadership, but also with being wise. And we have wisdom in here. So this is really, and the horse, okay, the 5 of Cups. So what I want to say, what I'm seeing overall here before we get into tarot, is that they're really calling on you. There needs to be some transformation that happens. They need you to trust in your wisdom. They need you to keep an open heart about things, all right? Because when we look at these 2 cards, so that can tie in, but I also feel there's a message here. The 5 of Cups always feels like, it's over, it's done with, what can I do? There's no point in moving forward. And I want to say with this fiery elephant spirit guide here, yeah, with this fire, he's having none of that, okay? Actually, this does tie in, because this situation isn't. Don't give up on it, right? You may not seek or get you may not get all of the answers that you seek, but you will move through it. Okay, let's get some tarot to continue on here for clarification, confirmation. So it seems like you're going to have, something's going to be coming up for you in the next little while that, or like I said, if you're not already going through it, where, you know, there needs to be transformation. And like I said, the way someone acts, the way someone thinks, the way they remember something, I don't know. I feel like it's some sort of even a sibling rivalry. There's something that needs to be And maybe remember back to when you were kids if it has something to do with siblings. Like I said, it can be different for everyone. Apply the messages as they fit to your situation. But for the most part, I feel like it's something to do with sibling here. And maybe just remember what it was like when you were young and you got along before this whatever started, okay? First tarot out is Page of Cups. Yeah, remember what it's like when you were young, because pages are young, they're youthful, and they just like to have fun. They're curious about things, right? It may also be giving you a message of try to find a creative way to approach this situation, okay? Believe in possibility. Believe that there really could be a fish in your wine goblet, okay? And a daisy at your feet. All right, let's get another. The Lovers. Okay, so again, I believe this is just confirming what I said here. There's a choice that needs to be made. You either choose to deal with it and kind of let the past go, move forward, okay? Or you don't. But if you do, it's going to be successful. So I really do suggest through spirit here that that's the move you should make. And with Lovers, I just feel like you're going to come back together possibly. Or you will just feel a sense of completeness or fullness in your own life. But I do feel it's going to be successful. I see it as coming back together. All right. And if this was in a romantic relationship, because you could look at it that way as well, you know, the coming back together of the partners. And last tarot here, we have 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's just time. I love these panda cards. You guys know I do. I hadn't used them in the last few readings, I don't think, that I remember anyway. You know what? Just see how he's just resting here on his bamboo branch or the tree branch, okay? The burdens are on his back, but it's the end of them. He knows that once he climbs down, he can lay these burdens down. But right now, he's content even with just laying in the tree because he knows that, again, once he gets down, he's laying them down. It's done. It's over with. And look at the fireworks, or what I'm imagining as fireworks in the background here. Something to celebrate. Success. Joy, right? Fireworks make you happy. It doesn't matter how old you are. So let's do one last oracle card here, pile one, and then we will be done. But these are good messages. I feel like there may be some work here with this situation. Or like I said, some of you could be in the middle of it right now. And this could just be the little boost, the message you need it to hear to help get you through to the success in the end, okay? To maybe see it from a different perspective. Okay, we have, I think, is this the Pelican? Again, wisdom, okay? Wisdom, focus, self-sacrifice, nurture. The huge beak of a pelican can hold large amounts of fish, symbolizing holding and imparting large amounts of wisdom. There's your message from this card, okay? We've been talking about wisdom. Whales, smart and intelligent, right? All of the different animals here. So you may even resonate with some of them as your own spirit guide animal. Maybe look up what the symbolism is for any one of these animals on here. And you may even find some wisdom in that. Okay, so thank you, Pile One. I appreciate your time. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. If you're new, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this, please throw me a like. And if you know anyone that may be going through a situation like this, please share this video. I'm going to say from now on, I'm the conduit that brings it to you, and you can be the conduit that gives it to someone else on behalf of Spirit, okay? So thank you so much, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 2 or this black obsidian heart. This is going to be your September energy reading coming in from the animal spirit guides, okay? Your animal guides. You may know exactly who that animal guide is for you. If not, it could be one of the animals that we see here in the cards today. There's going to be 5 individual messages. They may all tie together, I don't know yet, or you may just take 1 or 2 individually. And the other thing that I ask is just be open, because this could resonate completely with you. Naturally, don't try to make it fit, okay? So let's get started with the first card. We have cat. Oh, how pretty. I love white fluffy cats, just let me tell you. I'm not so fond of the white fluffy hair, but independent. So it could be any one of these following things. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Okay. So I love that because, you know, with the independence, it's just confirming for you maybe in your life right now that you don't have to depend on or be codependent on anyone. You can do this yourself. You have strong intuition. And you don't mind marching to the beat of your own drum. And you know that God, source, universe, your guides, your animal spirit guides, your ancestors, they all have your back, okay? So they will help to, if you're marching to the beat of your own drum, they will lead you down the path that you need to go, right? So that's a nice message. Let's take a look at the next cards. We have Llama. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. And it's Archangel Shamuel. So if you want to call in Archangel Shamuel to help you with setting and maintaining those boundaries, right? When it says enforce them, I feel like that's very strong because I said enforce them. Yeah. Maybe call on Shamuel to help you with that if you're having a problem with it. And with that, we have the 3 of Wands. First message is I'm feeling that you're ready to start off out on a new adventure here, okay? You've made the plans, right? You're independent. You didn't need anyone else. You've made the plans. You're getting ready to embark to go out. And I just feel that whatever you're doing for your own personal safety is what's coming through. You need to make sure you have boundaries set and that they're clear. For some of you, this could be even leaving a relationship, okay? Okay, leaving a relationship or even a friendship of like embarking out on your own. So whether it's just on your own grand adventure or whether you're embarking out on your own because you're leaving a relationship or something, it could even be work. You know, sometimes how people leave a job and then the employer's calling back the following week saying, are you sure you don't want to come back? Or you've given your notice, rather. That would probably make even more sense. Well, I think I've seen it happen both ways, but and they're like, "Are you sure you really want? Are you sure you really want to go?" It's setting that clear boundary of no, I'm moving on. I'm going off on my new adventure. Okay, so that may resonate for some of you. Next, we have goat, and cannot see that. I've been telling everyone I need to get new glasses. Reliability. Okay. With the 6 of Cups. Oh, how, okay. Well, I love this at the goat, right? It's reliability, standing strong like the goat is part of the mountain, all right? Like the goat is bigger than the mountain. And I just feel like it's reliability because we know the mountain's not going anywhere, okay? And maybe as part of this independence, I just feel like you're a very strong, determined, reliable person. And I feel like someone is seeing you like this, especially when it has to do with past. Or you're seeing yourself like this. Okay. You're seeing yourself like this. You are seeing yourself as the mountain. Oh my gosh, you really, this is very, I just feel like this is just very strong, solid energy, you know, like that's how I feel. I feel like you, like I said, you're moving on from something. That's because you know you are capable of moving on to bigger and better things for some of you. For others, it's because you remembered who you were. And maybe in this relationship, friendship, workship, whatever we want to call it, you are remembering back to what it was like, what you were like before you gave up your boundaries. Your roots are deep. You haven't forgotten. You just pushed it aside, is what I want to say. You pushed it aside and maybe became something else or a different version of something else. I really feel like just looking at these, this is really about you maybe gaining your independence here. Now that I'm seeing these other cards, right? Like I said, it can be any. It could be one set, but I'm kind of feeling here like you're the king cat, okay? And yeah, this is you remembering back to just how strong and independent and capable you are. And that's probably maybe in some cases, for some of you, what has initiated this need for independence, this need for moving on and setting clear boundaries. For some of you, you don't even have to necessarily be leaving. Okay, there's just a whole bunch of messages here. You may not even have to be leaving something. It could just be within the relationship, in the work environment, in a friendship, where you're remembering who you are and you're not going to be dependent or codependent on them anymore. And you're going to set clear boundaries for that. Then we have the armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries. You have got to be kidding me. Okay. And it's coming right under the other. Set boundaries and enforce them with the 7 of Wands. Oh, okay, you guys. Great. This is going. Okay. I feel like this is all tying in. Don't armadillos have hard little shells too? I don't know if they do or not. Should probably look that up. I love 3 because it's communication here with set healthy boundaries, so that's perfect. But the 7 of Wands is when you are always having to stand up and defend yourself, okay? Where you're always having to, I don't know, maybe make excuses for things even. Because someone has put you in that position, right? Like you're either always making excuses for something in order to defend yourself, or you're defending yourself in some other way. You always feel like people are just jabbing, like they don't stop. And maybe for some of you in any of these environments in your life, you have someone who just pokes and prods and picks at you all the time. And this is really, see, I can even tell in the tone of my voice as I'm talking about this, where I'm just kind of like, I've had enough, right? This is you just saying, I've had enough. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me, treat me that way, okay? No more. You're setting the boundary. Because you know bullies will bully until you stand up to them, usually, or, you know, and set boundaries with them, right? So for some of you, that could be the experience that you're having, pile 2. Next, we have the Panther. Oh, my heavens, okay. And the Daughter of Cups. All right. Panther, fire energy, okay? all I see right here with this panther are the teeth, the like the fang like teeth. And I almost feel like you are at your wit's end, right? This is you. You are finally standing up to all the people with the little wands coming at you all the time. This is you becoming the panther. And the thing about panthers is, I mean, panthers tear things apart, right? I wouldn't want to come up against a panther. So maybe this is where I said you're the king cat. Yeah, maybe you're really becoming the king cat here. But what I want to say is you're becoming the king cat with a very healthy dose of Page of Cups, okay? Which is cups. She's the daughter of the queen, right? Loving and caring and kind. You're not going, I mean, this cat's looking pretty mean right here. I feel like you may have to show your fangs, but you're going to do it in the most loving, kind, and compassionate way that you can. And actually, they're saying, and please do it that way. This doesn't need to be combative. You want to get rid of that, right? You want to move on. You just want to have healthy, clear boundaries. You want to set them. So you may have to pull out the panther, but you can also pull out the Daughter of Cups along with it, okay? Graceful as well. Calm. In control of emotions. I'm talking about all the things that cups can be, right from the king on down. All right. So I feel that's a very important message. Let's get some tarot here and see what the tarot has to say. If it's going to confirm, add to this. But just know that you are supported. The animal spirit realm, the universe, God, source, whoever it is you go to, whomever it is, for your higher power, they have your back. All right. And here we have the sun. Okay, look, everything is going to be okay because the sun is a very happy card. So I feel that you're going to move, maybe difficult as you're moving through it, but you know where you want to be. And you know it right here when you're setting out. You will be successful also. I think the sun is going to highlight those situations and areas in your life for you where you need to set the boundaries up, okay? Next card, we have, this came out seriously in pile 1 as well. I feel like this is, the Lovers can be a choice. It's a choice that has to be made. And you're making the choice to move on to a place in your life where you are the goat, okay? Where you are, the big cat, all right? You, I think, are going to find that once you stand up for yourself here and create and set those boundaries, that everything is just going to be a little more harmonious. Okay, it's also with a 6. It can be success as well. So I like that there's 2 cards coming out with success, right? And the 2 of Pentacles. Again, this is just like, I like that we keep seeing togetherness here. So with 2 of Pentacles, again, it's a choice. You are making a choice, and they're in a hammock, I'm going to say, to find the balance in your life. Because right now, without those boundaries being set, you're not in balance. You're off to one side, okay? Things are not balanced for you. So this is just a reminder, you want that balance. Let's get one last oracle card, and then we will be done. Pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I appreciate your support. If you're new, please subscribe. And let's see what this last oracle card is. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, the Kingfisher. well, I think the Kingfishers. I don't know if you can really see it. They're such pretty cards, like they're done by an artist. Let's see what we have here for the Kingfisher. I need a little extra light. Peace, abundance, love. Okay, there we go. And I just go through the card, and what pops out at me is what pops out. The Kingfisher is commonly associated with peace and the promise of good fortune. Well, we do have Pentacles there and the Sun. And we have the Lovers, which is, you know, finding balance as well after making a decision. I'm just going through to see if there's anything else. No, that's about it. It just talks a lot about the myth, and that's too long. Nobody wants to sit through that. But basically, peace, the Daughter of Cups, right? And again, oh, I love it. Water and water, okay? So that is your message pile too. If you like this, please show your appreciation and leave me a comment. That would be great. Give me an emoji, hit the like button, hit that thumbs up. And if you know someone that may be in your life that needs to set boundaries, maybe show them, share this reading with them. It could help them out. I'm going to say from now on, I'm the conduit who brings this through from Spirit, and you can be the conduit that brings it through to the next person. So thank you very much again for being here, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3 or this rainbow moonstone heart. I think I forgot to say rainbow in the pick your pile, okay? But this is going to be your animal spirit guide reading for the month of September. This is the energy coming in from them. There may be messages. There's 5 different sets of messages in here. One may resonate. They all may resonate. They may even tie together. They have in the other piles, right? One more strongly than the other. Or they could just, like I said, be individual message. Just keep an open mind. And if it fits your situation, it does. Don't try to make it fit, okay? And let's get started. First card we have is Unicorn, Infinite Possibilities. Okay, with this card, it could be any one of the following things. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. So right there, I feel like for some of you, the messages, and when seeing the butterflies as well, there's transformation that maybe needs to happen somewhere in your life. You know if that's true or if it isn't. And they want you to know that you're loved and supported by the unicorn spirit guides, by the other animal spirit guides, by God, source, universe, or whomever it is that you go to for your source of power. They want you to know that you are meant to be legendary, not ordinary. That's why it's a unicorn coming out here, that there are so many possibilities for you to embark upon in life. And for some of you, maybe you're not taking advantage of those because maybe the transformation is you need to believe that you can and believe that they're there for you. So let's just start with that, okay? So those could be some messages for some of you right there. Next cards out, we have Ladybird. Accept happiness and good fortune. Well, see, already it's tying into that, okay? Like I said, you need to believe that magic surrounds you, that transformation is possible for you. You need to step into the light and out of your own darkness, possibly, right? You need to accept just joy and happiness. And with that will come good fortune. Also here, this archangel, I do not know the name, so just maybe you can look that archangel up or call upon them to help you if you're feeling down, to help bring that happiness or to help bring forth the good fortune, okay? With this card comes the Ace of Swords. Well, I love that because aces right there are new beginnings, right? The Ace of Swords is maybe you're about to have for the month of September. Like I said, sometimes it goes into October. Maybe you are about to have a breakthrough when it comes to, oh, sorry, there's a little, you know, sometimes you get a little tag and it just is itchy. Sorry, excuse me. You're about to have a breakthrough. Maybe you have not been clear about a certain situation in your life, and I believe clarity is going to be coming into you, and that's maybe what's going to help you see that there's good fortune and infinite possibilities for you in your life in whatever area it is that you feel lack in. Okay, pile 3. I also feel with the Ace of Swords that if you haven't seen success yet in something that you're doing, that once you accept happiness and joy in, once you can appreciate and be grateful and have gratitude for what it is that you're doing or what it is you're capable of doing or the opportunity that you were given to do it, that's when you're going to see the success come in. Very nice. I think that's a very nice energy, this Ace of Swords. It could even be once you are hearing this message and you're like, yeah, you know what? I do have infinite possibilities in my life, or infinite opportunities in my life, and I'm ready to go for them. So this could even be you coming up with new ideas of how you're going to go for them. All right, let's go to the next card. We have News and Raven. All right, I like that. 5 for change, for transformation. Okay. With the Sun. Okay, you guys, look. Like, seriously, I almost feel like that's the Sun right there too, even though that's the Moon. But you know what I mean? There's just like this yellowy, matches this card. Maybe you're going to be hearing from someone. Maybe the success you've been waiting on, you're going to hear news about it if you've been waiting for something in particular. Even someone in particular, I want to say, to bring you news that's going to bring happiness and maybe new possibilities, okay, into your life. That's going to help bring you out of the darkness. It could be something like that. I also feel like you're going to hear something from someone that's going to shine light on maybe a new opportunity for you. But I love that it says, listen to the spirits of light, abandon the darkness, and out comes the sun. I also just want to say here that the Sun is the most positive card you can pull out of the tarot. And I feel like whatever news that you're going to get is going to be very, very positive and make you very, very happy. You need to accept it though, right? And I don't know, that it's just that success is just, you're going to be successful in whatever it is for you. And even if it's just the very first small success, because it's one step at a time, is going to be getting out of that dark, shadowy energy and stepping into the light energy and really realizing that there's so much for you, but you need to participate. That could be your first small victory, okay? I feel some of you needed to hear that, pile 3. Next, we have Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in-between. Oh. Well, it's an 8, so I feel like it's movement, right? What I want to say, I think there's a couple of things with this. First thing I want to say before I even put the tarot over, embrace the in-between. Maybe right now you are in that in-between. You know all of this. You know you can be successful. You know there's infinite possibilities, opportunities for you. You know all of that. It goes back to what I just said prior to this. You just haven't accepted it yet. That there is all of this for you. So you could be in between right now. You're in that in-between stage where you're just kind of coming out of the dark and into the light, right? Out of the shadow and into the light. Or you've realized it and now you're making the plans, right? Getting those new ideas, whatever it may be. So that could be it. With, what is this? The Nine of Pentacles. Well, okay. The other thing I wanted to say about embrace the in-between too is, well, it's like having a foot in both worlds, right? You kind of, it goes back to that shadow where you still kind of have your foot in the, ooh, I don't quite know if I'm a believer yet that I can actually do this. I'm still, it's like you have your foot in between, oh, here we go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. You have a foot in the ordinary, you have a foot in the legendary. You haven't quite gone over. But with this Nine of Pentacles, this is here to inspire you to bring both feet into the legendary, because the Nine of Pentacles is you being independent, you doing this even on your own. It doesn't mean that you don't have others helping, or maybe that you don't go for guidance to someone, but you're totally capable of pulling this off and getting to the Ten of Pentacles where, you know what, you have everything. You have maybe the family, the business, the great job. You have a wonderful marriage. You have the car, the house, whatever it is, right? You have all of the abundance. And this is what the animal spirits are bringing this message through for you today, through the unicorns, to believe in the magic, believe in yourself, and have faith in spirit to help you with this. And you can call on this archangel that I can't pronounce the name of as well. Okay, let's bring the last card out here, Camel. Oh my heavens, I love it. Okay, with the Father of Wands, okay, or the King of Wands. All right, with the camel, you know, camels can travel. I'm just thinking of the humps, right? They store water in their humps, isn't it? On their back, right? That's where they store their water. They are capable of long, long journeys. So, like, they can go the distance. That's what's coming through for the camel. They can go the distance, and they spit, right? So it's almost like, you know, kind of we can't just be all positive Polly here. I feel like you will just, once you make the decision to put your feet back over both feet, okay, into the legendary side, you're not going to take no for an answer. You are not going to let anything hold you back or keep you down. You are not going to take crap off of anyone. Doesn't mean you have to be mean or, you know, like a Karen or whatever. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you will stand strong in your legendary power, okay? Or you will stand strong in your King of Wands power, because we know with King of Wands, they are inspired, okay? We talked about this whole new idea up here. They're inspired. They are passionate about what they're doing. They are leaders, okay? Natural leaders. All right. What else? They have vision. They see big picture. They have grand vision, seeing big picture. They can be a little aggressive, like a spitting camel. Okay. But you just need to keep that under control. But it's all that fire energy. You are going to be successful. And with the King of Wands too, they often talk about long-term success. So, right now, pile 3, if you are standing with a foot in each world, embrace it right now, because you know, I just saw embrace it again, right? Because you know that this is, I don't know, the beginning before the fame. And I don't mean famous like movie star. Well, I don't know, maybe so. I just mean before your very, very good fortune here. Okay, so enjoy this moment right now, because everything's going to change for you, for the better, for the better. Okay, let's get some tarot to see if we have clarification, confirmation of what's on the table, maybe additional advice. Pile 3, this is like a fantastic message. But I kind of feel some of you may be back and you have both feet still in the shadowy side. Okay, some of you are in the in-between. Maybe this message is what pushes some of you over into from the ordinary into the legendary, okay? But I feel like for a lot of you, this is something that you've already been thinking about. You just haven't taken action yet. For others, you could be in the in-between right now. And some of you could have just stepped over into the legendary. And this is just the message, keep going, embrace these energies. Some of you may be waiting on the news, right? So I don't know, for whatever reason here, what I keep saying is waiting on the news. I keep seeing it's like a factory, because I see like a, so it could have something to do with work. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, because I see like oh my gosh, a line, you know, like a production line. So maybe you're waiting on news about a physical product or a design, or I don't know, something like that. For some of you, right? For others, you apply it to how, you know, where it fits in the situation that you're in. Knight of Cups, love that. I'm going to get out 3 here. So, you know, this is, like I said before, oh, Queen of Wands. Ooh, the Queen with the King. Okay, we'll talk about that. Oh, geez, I just forgot what I was going to say when I saw the Queen of Wands. I got all excited with the King of Wands. Okay, maybe it will come back to me. Hang on. Sometimes I just need to let the message come in, say it, and then speak for myself here when I see a card and get excited. All right. Now, Knight of Cups. Did we have the Father of Wands? Oh no, I was thinking, sorry, we had a Page of Cups in the other reading. I was like, oh, did I not just see a page somewhere? Knight of Cups. They are creative. They're bringing, right? Because I feel like they deliver. They're bringing in maybe messages, okay? But messages that are really going to make you very happy, okay? They're also very inspiration. They're easily inspired, not expired. And they have great imaginations. I want to say, though, because it's the Knight of Cups and he has a flower here, and I said, oh, there's a Queen of Wands with the King of Wands. This may even lead to relationships somehow for you, okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't know in what context, whether it be, I want to say romantic, but it could just be a really great working partnership, okay? Maybe that's the news you've been waiting on. But the Queen of Wands, just like the King, I mean, she is passionate too. She's ambitious. She's fearless. She's very courageous and confident and independent and determined. She's also a social butterfly. So, you know, those, you know, that may play into this somehow as well. And with the Hermit, I feel like this is you finally shining the light and coming out of that shadow and the darkness, right? Or maybe this was you setting, for some of you, this was you when you were thinking about what it is you were going to do before you went into the in-between and then on to legendary. So let's get one last Oracle card, pile 3, to tie this up. This is a beautiful message. Oh, I know what I was going to say. This could start for you, like I said, now, mid-September, end September, or it could even, you know, because this is something you're working on, right? It can carry over into the following months as well, okay? Slow and steady here. Oh, what do we have? Look at this, butterfly. A change, a transformation's coming, okay? I love it. And it is butterfly, yes, okay. So, and where did oh, I saw the butterflies back here. That was it. Let me just see here. Transformation, joy, lightness, and rebirth. The metamorphosis of caterpillar to butterfly embodies the principle of physical and spiritual transformation. And I always like to throw in religious as well. And the butterfly lighting upon a flower is the very essence of joy, beauty, and freedom. So there you go. You are moving on to a new, like I said, new good things are going to happen for you, pile 3. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a like. And if you are new here, please subscribe. Thank you to my other regulars that come and watch my videos. I appreciate your support. And I did a little wave. Hello. And if you, I'm saying now, I am the conduit that brings this through to you. If you know someone who is maybe in the in-between, hasn't quite taken flight yet, or is in the midst of it all and needs some confirmation or inspiration to keep going, to be the camel, then please share it with them and you be the conduit that takes it on to them. So again, thank you very much for being here, and I will see you in your next reading.